Hi everyone, this is Pastor Adilo and Counselor Bob. Here we are together to announce to the world the good news that Jesus is the Son of God and the Savior of all of us.
Ed, thanks for having me here at your place. It's wonderful to be here, and I'm excited to share this message we have. We both believe that we have a path to Jesus that's never been done before in the history of time. We have a program here that can bring Jesus to nearly all human beings and bring spirituality in people's lives. Even if you're from a different religion, you can still use this process. But I want to pose some questions to Pastor Adilo here. We've both been Christians our whole life. He's worked solely in the church for a long time. I've worked in a psychotherapy practice. But we bring together our strengths for your benefit here because we feel in a lot of ways stress gets in the way from Jesus. One of the things I liked about with Pastor Adilo when we worked in the hospital together, and he was very calm and compassionate and empathetic to people, is that he never gave up hope with his patients. What gives you confidence, Pastor Adilo, that you can bring Jesus into people's lives?
Yes, one of the confidence that it was always with me was the idea that I believe truly and firmly that Jesus is present in every moment in our lives. So when I take that in account, it's like having you next to me. That's what I feel, when I go and walk to see that patient that or the person or whoever it is in need of desperation, or whether it is stress, anxiety, violent, domestic violence, or whatever it is, I bring that confidence that Jesus will help them. Jesus will take care from that point of their life.
Right. And besides Jesus, the wonderful support system that the church has, what are some of the benefits of going to church that the church can bring to people?
So, one of the points that are always being taught in the Bible and through all those spiritual counselor is to look for Jesus in the church. Go to church to worship Him. Bring your heart to Him. And the church will provide, a spiritual system. Whether it is a Bible study, theological studies, or face-to-face counseling, or whether it is guidance in your life, in your profession, in your schooling, in your high school, if you go to university. So we can guide you and look for the best option. But also remember that Jesus needs to be in your heart.
Wonderful. It's funny. My daughter was actually in the choir. She in the choir part of the church, and so she would play her viola there, and I would go and watch her, and I felt connected to the church that way.
Yeah.
So there's different ways you can participate in the church that can make you feel beneficial. Pastor Adilo and I are both excited to bring this opportunity here to you to talk about how there's a path to Jesus. We have a program here that's never been done before in the history of mankind. We have developed the most effective model in the world for Catholic spirituality and Christian spirituality, and you can use this for other religions too, like Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, etc. But I want to talk to Pastor Adilo. Why do people have difficulty accepting Jesus in their heart, Pastor Adilo?
Yeah, it is difficult because we live in the role of of the economy may play the role of God. So if we don't have enough income, so it's kind of we not worry about God providing the income,
Right.
but we worry about where we need the income, and then in that way of looking for is when stress come in.
Right. Now we talked about this before. You're how old now? How old are you now?
I'm just almost 50.
Right. And you said you've had Jesus in your life your whole life, right?
Whole life,
And
yes.
you made him your best friend. I was actually talking to
Yeah.
someone today about how, because Pastor Adilo had a great impact on me. He said, make Jesus your best friend. And honestly, myself, there's been times where I've doubted Jesus in my life. I've doubted, I didn't want to go to church, I didn't feel comfortable there, etc. Have you ever had that, Pastor Adilo, where you had struggled with Jesus, that you didn't think he was there for you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and also it is normal to feel like discouraged to go to church, which is okay. There's a human understanding. That's a human the way we are in many aspects in life. But if you stay just doubting, doubt is similar to when the Bible registered in Genesis that Adam and Eve ate from the forbidden fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, the fruit was the one who made them doubt about the true God.
Right.
Today, is doubting about God is the fruit.
Right.
When you doubt.
Right. And I have to tell you, I've fallen short many times in my life. I've done a lot of things that I regret and I've had to make amends for, a lot of sins. And I think all human beings do that. I think as human beings, Pastor Adilo is here and I'm here also too. As human beings, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We get angry, upset, things like that. But what's the path that we have that's so special? It's the 8-step emotional core therapy process. We have a book here called Embracing Catholic Spirituality with Emotional Core Therapy. We have another Christian book here, Embracing Christian Spirituality with Emotional Core Therapy. This book covers the major Christian denominations. We have books that cover the other major religions like Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, all on our Embracing Spirituality Christian channel here, which is wonderful. But the most exciting thing we have for you here too is the Emotional Core Therapy app, which has journal articles and training videos that help you anytime, any place access Jesus. The way to do it, which is marvelous, which Pastor Adilo talks about, is make Jesus your friend first. And I know you have doubts, and I know people struggle. People struggle every day with depression, anxiety, addictions, anger, workplace stress, family stress, etc. But when you learn to put Jesus first and learn to embrace stress and let it go, that's how you get back to Jesus. There's 4 emotions in the world: joy, grief, fear, and relief. With our 8-step process, you learn how to put Jesus first in everything you do and learn to let go of stress. Now, it doesn't happen in a quick fix. It can take 5, 10, 20 hours to do. But once you learn to let go of stress first, it's called catharsis, cleansing of the soul. We really want to put Jesus in our life first, make him your best friend, let go of stress. I'm going to show Pastor Adilo a quick trick. Put your hand up, Pastor Adilo. So I'm going to push real hard, push back. That's what has to happen with people. You have to let go, feel that stress on your body, let it go, and get back to Jesus first. So what do we have that's different than other places, other religions, other churches, etc., is that we have an 8-step process that works every time. You have to master that. And take your time. It's going to take a little while to learn, but we're here for you. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to show you when you stumble down. Let me ask you this. People have doubts, Pastor Adilo, about Jesus coming first because they're in pain. They're in a lot of pain. They have struggles in their life. What can you say to them here to give them hope?
Yes, if you are going through a huge pain or suffering, I think that's the best way to know how fragile, how we are not made by metal, that we are human, and we need the moment for reflection, the moment of pain, the moment of suffering. Those are true moments for reflect how human is so vulnerable. So please put attention, but the key is you have to have that belief that there is a power out there in heaven and on earth, that Jesus Christ had the power to heal you.
And I think it goes a lot to the power of prayer. Can you say a little bit about that? Like, I've always tried to pray in my life, and basically the Embracing Catholic Spirituality book and the other Christian books talk about how to put Jesus first and pray. Can you tell us what prayer can do for people?
Yes, prayer, it has been one of those, I might say, the key to open the opportunities to see the power of God. When we talk about power in prayer, we talk about healing. When we talk about power in prayer, we are talking confidence. And when we are talking power in prayer, we are talking about a total transformation of the whole well-being of a person.
Pastor, there's one more question too as we finish up this video. I can see the faith in your eyes. You really believe in Jesus like I do. We're both horrible at technology, so we give us some time and patience while we do this. But do you feel that your power of prayer has gotten better as you're older? You're more confident in Jesus than when you were younger?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned at the beginning, that to know God through prayer is a process. At this point, I can tell you, I can assure myself, and I assure the whole world, that when you make these steps of prayer, reflection, and self-meditation, you will come to the point that you truly believe the presence of God just right there with you, whether it is in the hospital bed, whether it is in your home or in the friend, or whether it is that you don't have a place and live in the street or under a bridge. You will feel the power who made your life different. believe in the power.
And it doesn't cost any money too. The app is free. All right, the app has access to my video, which is free, and the journal articles or teaching tool is free, so you can learn this all free anywhere in the world. Thank you so much, Pastor Adilo, for this short little message to the people. Never give up hope. Jesus is right there for you. Thank you.
Thank you.